We have kept many of the original test birds out behind the plant. A lot of the younger folks don't remember the problems we had on the 747, the 767, even the 777. They all had issues to work through, but every one of them went on to have great careers. Come on. Oh, look at this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, look. Look at that. In the middle of trying to do something difficult, you can forget how hard it was in the past. That's why it's called a gamble, because it is a gamble. This business is not for the faint-hearted. The program has huge potential, but we're not there yet.
As airlines prepare their new A380s for service, they are anxious to capitalize on the public's fascination with the largest airliner ever. At the same time, hoping to rekindle some of the romance and glamour long absent from air travel. But as the A380 enters service, it too is years behind schedule. The stakes in this gamble to reinvent the airliner are vastly higher than first envisioned by either Airbus or Boeing. It has now been 6 years since the go-ahead of the 787 program. The project has fallen 2.5 years behind schedule, but the first 6 aircraft rolling off the production line are now ready to begin a long and intensive test flight program.
So it's the first time I've actually seen the PEX pump. First time I've seen the PEX pump.
There was a silver lining to all the delays, at least from a test pilot's perspective. We had 2 extra years to develop the aircraft and its software, the brains of the airplane. It's like the airplane was as anxious to get airborne as we were. Okay, cleared to go.
In a tradition as old as aviation itself, the first flight of a new aircraft is a milestone for the builder and its employees.
we'll be working out towards the Angeles area there. Station VFR.
Boeing 001, Roger.
Okay, Jim, setting up, okay, rolling left 10. Okay, right 10.
Jason 001, what do you have for the airspeed? People often ask, what makes a plane great? Well, responsive controls, good balance, lots of power for safety. But there's that intangible too. Great planes seem to enjoy flying. Rarely has there been a first flight with so few problems. It flew perfectly.
Thank you much for your help today. Congratulations. Thank you.
It is but the first step in a long test flight program, but a triumph nonetheless.
This morning, we executed the test plan. We flew a great jet, and we came back in here and landed. I thought the landing was pretty good. I don't know about you guys.
The journey has only just begun. The real test of the 787 will come as it endures the daily rigors of airline service. But perhaps one day, 40 or 50 years from now, it too will have an honored place among the legends of flight.
I love to see airplanes filled with people. I imagine those little kids on their first flight, like me those many years ago. Kids often say to me, you're so lucky to have flown everything and worked on so many planes. But now everything has been invented. Everything is done. I tell them not at all. Not at all. We are only just getting started.